Every year we come back to Hanukkah, and every year we light the same candles, sing the same songs, and retell the same story. You'd think after more than 2,000 years we'd run out of angles. But Hanukkah has this funny habit. The darker the world feels, the more angles it reveals, like a diamond. I've done a teaching on Hanukkah every year now since 1988 and have approached it from almost every direction one can imagine, or at least that I can imagine. This year, especially in light of all that has been occurring in our beloved homeland of Israel, I want to focus on something simple but powerful: the courage to light a flame when everything around you suggests it won't make a difference. We usually talk about the oil lasting 8 days, but let's be honest, that's not really the main miracle of this holiday. If you told a Maccabee back then, hey, this oil will last 8 days, he'd shrug and say, great, but the real problem is the Seleucid Empire trying to erase us. The miracle wasn't in the oil. The miracle was in the people who decided to light it anyway. Think about it. They had one jar, 1 day's worth of oil for the temple menorah. After years of oppression and desecration, that tiny jar had to feel like a cosmic joke. Yet they lit it, not because they knew it would last, but because they refused to let darkness define them. That's the heart of Hanukkah. It's not a holiday about winning battles. It's a holiday about refusing to surrender your inner light. Not to despair, not to cynicism, not to the news cycle, not to the world's rising temperature, literal or spiritual. It's about the discipline of hope. And hope, by the way, is not some soft, mushy feeling. Jewish hope is fierce. It's stubborn. It's the kind of hope you choose when logic says, why bother? That's what the Maccabees didn't say. They chose to act like the world could still be illuminated. Our sages call this Mesirat Nefesh, the willingness to give of your spirit, your courage, your heart, even when it feels risky or foolish. Hanukkah asks us a simple, uncomfortable question. Where in my life have I stopped lighting the flame because I assume it won't matter? Maybe it's a relationship you've quietly given up on. Maybe it's the world where you look around and think, humanity is in the bonus round of bad decisions. Maybe it's your own inner fire, dimmed by age, exhaustion, disappointment, or the sheer grind of being a person on planet Earth in the year 5786, also known as 2025. But Hanukkah steps in and says, light anyway. Kindle the flame, even when it feels too small. Kindle it, especially when it feels too small. Why? Because light doesn't ask permission. It refuses to stay put. It spills out. It spreads. It inspires. That's how revolutions start. Not with a bonfire, but with one stubborn spark that refuses to die. The very name Hanukkah means dedication. Not celebration, but dedication. The dedication of our hearts, our values, our identity. The dedication to remain who we are, even when the world around us pushes hard in the opposite direction. So here's the message for this year. In an age dimmed by noise and division, Hanukkah calls us back to the stubborn light within us. The Maccabees weren't giants or superheroes. They were ordinary souls who refused to let darkness set the terms. The miracle wasn't the oil. It was the courage to kindle the flame anyway. So this year, light your menorah with defiance, with hope, and with the faith that even a small flame can spark a new beginning for us all. Let it remind us to rise, again and again, with strength and purpose. This year, don't just light the menorah. Light it with defiance. Light it with hope. Light it with the faith that even a single candle can spark a new beginning. For you, for your home, for Israel, and for this fractured world. May we each dedicate ourselves again to that inner flame, the one no empire has ever managed to extinguish and never will. Shalom to you all, and may your Hanukkah be bright, stubborn, and full of meaning. Until next time, this is Shmuel ben Shlomi of Shmu's Views, signing off and keeping that menorah lit.